Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Ernest Financial bringing you this part of the show. RetireWithErnest.com. Man, I am so serious about this, and I hope you guys are taking me seriously. Is that if you guys, any of you guys that are 55 or older, and you got over 50K in your retirement, I don't care if it's your 401K, your 403B, your IRA rollover, tax-free, tax-deferred, if you have not put a plan in place for your retirement, I highly encourage you to reach out to my buddy David Ernest. And I call him my buddy because he is my buddy. He's gonna take care of you. He's gonna put you in the right spot. And you don't have to even commit to anything, but call him up and just say, "Hey, Andrew keeps talking about you, and I just want to know exactly what it is you could do for me." This doesn't cost you anything. They don't get fees from you. They get them elsewhere. They just take care of you and make sure everything's put in place so you get to do what you want to do when you retire. Don't just freeball it, as they say. You got to have a plan in place. And so do that for me. Really, you're doing it for you, but I want you to do it for me. Just reach out to David Ernest and say, "Hey, just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about what exactly is it that you do and what can you do to help me? Here's my situation. This is what I got going on. What do we do? What do we go? Where do we go from here?" And I'm telling you, man, it's going to be one of the best decisions you made in regards to your retirement. So 833, remember this number, 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-7233, online, retirewithernest.com. And Carrie, for the sake of argument, I went and looked up. He was talking about Luke 1. It's actually Luke 1, verses 26 through 38. And I was looking at the NIV version, okay? Because there's several versions of the Bible out there, but we can just meet in the middle. And this is about the birth of Jesus being foretold. It says, "In the 6th month of Elizabeth's pregnancy, God sent the angel Gabriel to Nazareth, a town in Galilee, to a virgin pledged to be married to a man named Joseph, a descendant of David. The virgin's name was Mary. The angel went to her and said, quote, 'Greetings, you who are highly favored, the Lord is with you.' Mary was greatly troubled at his words and wondered what kind of greeting this might be. But the angel said to her, 'Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you are to call him Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Most High. The Lord God will give him the throne of his father David, and he will reign over Jacob's descendants forever. His kingdom will never end.' 'How will this be?' Mary asked the angel, 'since I am a virgin?' The angel answered, 'The Holy Spirit will come on you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. So the Holy One to be born will be called the Son of God. Even Elizabeth, your relative, is going to have a child in her old age, and she who has said to be unable to conceive is in her 6th month. For no word from God will ever fail.' Mary answered, 'I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled.' The angel then left her." Did you hear a question in there?
Didn't.
Did Gabriel ever say to Mary, "Hey, yo, is it okay if I give you a baby?" Which is actually a line that Carrie used to use in his
Hey,
younger
baby.
days. "What's up, girl? Can I give you a baby?"
I don't think I said quite that.
He used to use that line at the club. But no, there's no question in there. There's not. Gabriel didn't say, "Hey, can I? Is it cool with you? You mind if we do this thing? I mean, God's kind of picked you out to be the one." And even if you're asked, you can't say no. Because
Yeah,
God sent Gabriel down there.
yeah, at that point.
Yeah. I mean, there's no need to even ask the question. But there was no consent. There was no nothing. She's just like, "Oh, that's That's the thing? Okay, cool.
I mean, I would be freaked out too if an angel came to see me face to face, wouldn't you?
And told you were pregnant?
Well, yeah. But I'd be
You were like, I'm a virgin. I
I'd
can't
be
be pregnant.
I'm a guy. And be like,
And Gabriel says, well, sir, it's 2026.
I mean, have you seen what's going on?
Men are getting pregnant.
I've been, all right, if he says so.
Yeah, it'd be the worst to get visited by woke Gabriel. That would never happen. There's too much common sense in heaven. You ain't gonna get that. Anyway, no question in there at all. That is straight from the Bible, New International Version. And so I don't know what Bible James Tallarico is reading, but my advice to him would be to maybe come up with a different persona for the campaign trail and not try to be a biblical scholar or evangelical. Just my advice. I guess he thinks because he's running in Texas that this could win over the people, the Republican voters of Texas.
But he put it out there, so somebody somewhere is going to believe him and use it again somewhere about, well, you know, Luke was okay. And
it'll be left-wing talking points at some point. Yeah.
They'll just take it and run with it without even investigating it.
Barry's on the line. Barry, what's up, buddy?
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, the way I heard that story, to me, she hadn't conceived yet. He told her what's going to happen.
Correct.
So she wasn't pregnant when he talked to her. So there's no question about abortion even considered at that point when somebody's not pregnant.
Well, yeah, by his argument, he was talking about permission to conceive anyway. And when it comes to abortion, there's no question about conceiving. The conceiving's already been done. So, you know, I mean, you get to decide. I understand there's sexual crimes and stuff that happen in a fallen creation, but you know, for the most part, like, you decide whether or not you want to conceive by doing the nasty with somebody else. And then after that, there's no question about conception. Like, it's there. You've done it. And
You've done it.
if you've made a decision to end that life, then you're ending a life. There's nothing else. There's nothing else about it. There's no question about abortion and consent and whatever. It's a stupid argument.
That's a no questions asked Hillary.
That's right.
On deportation, no questions asked. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
All right. Hey now, let's go.
All right, Barry. Appreciate
Yeah.
you. Get out. I like that. I like that energy Barry's got. I thought it was the other Barry on the line, and I was like, oh, he's about to rip James Tallarico a new one. Because Barry don't take no ish.
Anyway. It was definitely a stretch.
He was on Joe Rogan's podcast saying those things. And, you know, Joe Rogan's kind of new to Christianity. You know, I say new. I don't really know how long. But, you know, he's going to church now and stuff. And I played you a clip the other day where he was talking about how, you know, the people he goes to church with are the nicest, most genuine, joy-filled people. And that if there was a pill out there that people could take to have the joy that those people have, everybody would be taking that pill. Which is 100% true. Except for white liberal women, because they like to be angry. This guy doesn't have the joy in him. You can tell. He's coming up with his own version of the Bible, which I would actually suggest not do that, because it could decide how your eternity turns out. Just a little bit of advice from Andrew McClain. Take it for what it's worth. 205-545-9950. Tom Holman in Minnesota today making a huge announcement about how many ICE agents will be conducting operations in Minnesota. I'll give that to you when we get back. Hang tight. 205-545-9950. Third government shutdown since fall could happen in a matter of days, as I see John Thune, Senate Majority Leader, speaking on the DHS negotiations. Ooh, how exciting is that? So exciting. Mandu bringing you this part of the show, Mandu.com, MANDUU.com. Mandu, love me some Mandu. Y'all know this. I've been doing Mandu since 22. That's a long time I've been doing Mandu. And I want to see y'all up there as well. I see listeners at Mandu on a regular basis that, they're up there. They took my advice. They tried Mandu out, and they love it. Love it. Because they see results so quickly. Have I ever, look at this right here. Look at this. These are Mandu muscles right here. You ready? Boom. Look at that. Look at those Mandu muscles, man. Come on. Don't you want some of that? You can get them. You can get them in Mandu. All you got to do is try a free session so you know exactly what you're getting, and then decide after that if it's something you want to do. Completely 100% up to you. If you want to try it, try it. If you don't want to try it, I'll just tell you right now, you're missing out. 15-minute workout. You're in and out of there in no time. You got your own personal trainer. Man, it's the best thing going. I know you got yoga and you got Pilates and you got all this other stuff, but there's nothing quite like Mandu, and it fits in your schedule super conveniently, might I add. So we got Mandu at Homewood, which is the one I attend. You've got Mandu in Huntsville, and you've got Mandu in Tuscaloosa that's going to be opening in a matter of days. So for all the information, for all the locations, go to MANDUU.com. Click that button that says claim your free session. Get it in, look it up, and tell me that I'm lying. Because I ain't lying. Mandu's good. 205-438-6003 is the number for this one here in Birmingham. 205-438-6003. Make sure you tell them that Andrew McLean sent you. So Tom Homan makes an announcement today. He's in Minneapolis. Announces that he is drawing down 700 federal agents from the region, effective immediately, and forming one unified chain of command for immigration enforcement in Minnesota. Now, you first hear that and you think to yourself, well, that's not good. Feels like we're backing off. But it's actually very smart and very good news. Listen to what he said.
Before they release them, they don't hold them 1 minute past they normally would. Given this increase in unprecedented collaboration, and as a result of the need for less law enforcement officers to do this work in a safer environment, I have announced effective immediately, we will draw down 700 people effective today. 700 law enforcement personnel. We have also fully integrated CBP personnel into the ICRO team structure under one unified chain of command. Not two chains of command, there'd be one chain of command here. Any large enforcement operation I've ever been involved with, there's one chain of command, and that's where we're moving forward. During my press conference last week, I announced that moving forward, ICE will be conducting targeted immigration enforcement operations, like ICE has traditionally done for decades, based on reasonable suspicion to question and detain.
Two things here. One, Minnesota folded. Jacob Fry, Tim Walz, they folded like a lawn chair because what they have now agreed to do is to allow ICE agents into the jails. Allowing ICE agents into the jails in order to take criminal illegal aliens into custody and ultimately deport them requires a lot less manpower. Instead of needing 8 to 10 agents to arrest an illegal, they now only need 1 to 2 agents in a jail at any given time. They tip them off. They say, hey, we got so-and-so. He's about to be released. Come pick him up. We are going to honor your ICE detainer. And so ICE goes and picks him up instead of being released back out onto the streets to where ICE then has to hunt them down. They're just going to be passed right off to ICE. Takes a lot less people. And all the chaos you've been seeing in Minneapolis is all because of that. It ties directly back to the fact that they were releasing criminal, bad hombres onto the streets. So it required ICE to go out there and hunt them, to find them. Among that is the targeted operations that they are conducting and that they've been conducting for the past decade under both Democrat and Republican presidents. This is not new. ICE goes out on the streets looking for a particular individual. They use all their resources, all their clues, all their tips that they have as to where that individual may be. They go there, they find them, they arrest them, and then start the deportation process. They're still going to be doing that, but they don't have to do it with 5 times more agents. They can do it in a much more sophisticated, reasonable, less dangerous way. So you'll still see those. And that's not just a blue state thing. That's a red state thing. They do it down here too. They got a criminal illegal that they know is on the run, on the loose. They go find them, they arrest them. If other illegals are in the area where they arrest that individual, well, they're going too. It's just part of being illegal in the country. The lies and the propaganda of ICE tearing families apart, of ICE going and finding a family of 5, a Hispanic family of 5, and detaining them and taking their kids away and arresting moms and dads. And none of that's true. They're not out there looking for that. They're not out there to separate families. They're also not arresting 5-year-old kids. I still, to this day, see on social media people just red with anger over the fact that ICE detained and arrested a 5-year-old while posting the picture of, even the picture tells the story, with an ICE officer putting a coat in the frigid temperatures on the back of this 5-year-old. They see a post, they believe it. They hear a news article, a news story by the left-wing mainstream propaganda media, they believe it. And that will be forever what they think. You're not able to reason with them. You're not able to tell them what the truth is. You're not able to tell them that those agents didn't detain the 5-year-old, that they actually asked the 5-year-old what his favorite music was, played it in the car for him, and took him to McDonald's to help keep him calm as they arrested his criminal illegal dad, who ran away and left the kid in the frigid cold by himself. That's what ICE agents are doing. And with the protesters and the clashes with the public, that has all been a result of the policies of sanctuary cities. The policies that mayors and governors not allowing their law enforcement and their jails to work with ICE, which here at home is what the mayor of Irondale says he's doing. Irondale is a sanctuary city. Can you believe that? Can you believe right here in our area we have a sanctuary city? Birmingham's a sanctuary city, apparently. And these mayors do not allow their police departments to work with ICE. They would rather, if in the Jefferson County Jail, they have a criminal illegal alien. When it comes to Birmingham PD, and I don't know the process, probably some of y'all do, sanctuary city status would mean that whenever it's time, or if bail is posted or whatever, for that illegal to be let back out on the streets, they let them back out on the streets. That's what Minnesota's been doing. Do they do that here in Birmingham? In Jefferson County? I don't know. Hopefully not. But Randall Woodfin and James Stewart, they proudly say Birmingham and Irondale are sanctuary cities, which end up making their citizens less safe. Underdog Fantasy. One more time for you. UnderdogFantasy.com and the Underdog Fantasy app. Download the app. Free to download, free to sign up, free to use my promo code HeyNow. All one word, no spaces, just HeyNow. And when you do that, you're going to get $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. You can't beat that. Can't beat it. See, I'll do that for me. Sign up, use my promo code, and get yourself some money. You're going to win money, real money. Moolah. Can you use some extra money? We all use some extra money, right? Make your picks, get your picks right. I've been playing Underdog for so long now. All my friends, my family, everybody plays it, man. We absolutely love it, especially the excitement and the adrenaline rush you get when your picks hit is like the absolute best. I mean, I'm telling you, is what you want to be doing. What are you waiting for? Download the app today and use promo code HeyNow to score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code HeyNow. Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 19 or older and present in Alabama. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. All right, Carrie. If you are prepared for this, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Wheel of Suckbooks.
I'm just a kid.
I'm just a kid.
Apparently, sometimes I don't watch I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me the remote after we watch the Powerball.
And here it goes. I'm just a kid, and life is a nightmare. I'm just a kid. I know that it's not fair.
Apparently, Grandpa makes me watch the Powerball. He talks like an old man, too, doesn't he? He's got that old, what kind of accent is that?
I don't know.
Northeastern accent?
Probably.
Apparently.
Watch the Powerball.
Gotta watch the Powerball.
The one thing I know for sure, he's not in Alabama.
He is not in Alabama. I wonder what he's doing these days. That's a pretty old meme. Let's see. Up first, for I'm Just a Kid. This headline, Carrie. Oh, look at Carrie on top of it, putting himself on the camera.
I figured I'd beat you to it this time.
Look at that. First headline, young girl topples tower made from 63,000 beer coasters created by artists in a bid to break the Guinness World Record. So you have a guy who's busting his rear end to beat the Guinness World Record of most beer coasters stacked up, I guess, into a structure. And some little snot-nosed kid comes up and knocks it all down. Could you imagine the sheer anger that you would have running through your butt? Oh, I'm watching it now. Oh, she goes, oh, no. And her dad's sitting there recording it. And he's like, oh, look what you did.
I whooped that dad's ass.
Oh, dude, it's all coming down. Oh, that's bad. Why is that dad looks like he's smiling? That's crazy. Oh, yeah, they all come tumbling down on her. She got freaked out. A girl elicited gasps from viewers after toppling a near world record beer coaster tower that took an artist over a month to build, as seen in a clip with millions of views. If you've been working on it for a month, I would think you'd be using some super glue or something. Like, you can't expect that thing to stay intact for a month.
I mean, I bet he does next time.
Somebody opens a door, a gust of wind comes through or something, like it's going to go down. He says, in total, I spent about 120 hours constructing the sculpture. According to Benjamin Clapper, 49 years old, too old to be doing this stuff, probably needs a job. This was at Jam Press of his Opus, which was located at the Rain Center Shopping Center in Cologne, Germany. The German artist reportedly constructed the impressive structure out of 63,000 beer coasters in an attempt to set a new Guinness World Record. He began constructing the work on October 31st of last year and finally completed it on December 8th. Then on January 10th, his dream came crashing down. In the now viral footage, the young girl can be seen pulling out a piece from the vertical beer mat Mount Everest, causing it to tumble like a house of cards. So this girl thought I can just go pull one of these out and everything's going to be all right?
Who knows? Why was the father just letting her do it? That's the question.
It said Clapper did note that the tower had partially collapsed under its own weight just before completion, so he invited guests to play beer mat Jenga with the remaining part of the sculpture.
What?
Okay.
I'm so confused.
This is stupid. He said each person took a turn removing a beer mat from the structure until it fell. The winner was the daughter of one of my helpers. She brought inside down on her first attempt by pulling out one that was lying horizontal.
See, they had me all angry at this dad.
What a waste of a story. And this has been put up on social media, and this little girl and her parents have probably been hammered beyond belief. And you mean to tell me that they told her to go do that? They told them to go play beer mat Jenga?
And her dad worked for the guy that built it?
Nah, I think that was another guy.
No, it says it. Yeah.
What did it say?
The daughter of one of my helpers, I thought.
He said each person took a turn removing the beer mat from till the structure fell. The winner was the daughter of one of my helpers. I don't think he's talking about the same girl. I think he's talking about somebody else.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, why even put that story out there? Why not put the headline, "Girl wins beer mat Jenga," instead of acting like this girl just...
Bratty girl brings down project from Guinness Book of World Records.
Well, that's stupid. What a waste of a Wheel of Segment story. Next up, headline simply reads this: man arrested again for seeking diaper changes. That'll get you every time. A man has been booked in for the third time, accused of lying to healthcare workers to get his diaper changed. Rutledge Diaz, 35 years old, a little young to be getting your diaper changed, was arrested on Grand Avenue by Louisiana State Police Special Victims Unit detectives and booked with human trafficking. Whoa. Throughout the investigation, detectives determined that he posed as an individual seeking a nanny to assist with the care of a person with special needs. After making contact with the victim through an online platform, the victim was directed to a residence in Lafayette. Once at the residence, he portrayed himself as the special needs individual and required the victim to perform tasks consistent with infant and toddler care, including diaper changes. So he's got a diaper change kink is what he's got. And he's like luring girls over there to do it for him. He was arrested in Jefferson Parish in 2019 and 2021 for the same alleged crime. The old diaper change bandit. In 2019, state police said in a press release that he was arrested and booked with 10 counts of sexual battery and human trafficking and 1 count of possession of drugs. In that case, troopers alleged that he utilized social media advertisements to obtain home health care for his mentally and physically handicapped 18-year-old brother named Corey. Upon arranging for home health care providers, he would then pose as Corey while allowing the care provider to change his adult diaper and obtain sexual arousal under the false pretense of being handicapped.
People are taking the Hell Express.
After providing home care on at least 10 separate occasions, the victim became increasingly suspicious of his behavior and subsequently discovered Corey was actually Rutledge Rory, posing as a fictitious handicapped brother.
Corey Rory.
In 2021, they said they had arrested him in 2019 for posing as a younger man with special needs and hiring babysitters who would pay to change his diaper, and treat him like a child. In December of 2020, he pled guilty to the charges related to the investigation and was placed on probation. Then on December 20th, 2021, detectives began a second investigation after learning a text message sent by Deus, which exhibited similar behaviors. In the message, Deus indicated that he was engaging in alternative therapy and offered to pay the victim to change his diapers. As part of the ongoing investigation, detectives learned that Deus attempted to recruit the victim to solicit other babysitters to care for him while he again posed as a younger man with special needs. As a result of that investigation, detectives got an arrest warrant accusing him of human trafficking and one count of attempted human trafficking. Records in Jefferson Parish show that he pleaded guilty to human trafficking on October of 22 and was sentenced to 10 years in prison with 9 years suspended. He was ordered to serve 5 years of probation following his release from prison. The current investigation remains ongoing and additional victims are possible. I would say no need to investigate. I think you know what happened here. He's
Yeah.
already done it twice. And he's on probation. Like, that's a wrap, Cuzzy.
I mean, couldn't he avoided that whole thing and just put out an ad saying I'm a freak?
Yeah,
And
and
I'll pay you to come change my diaper.
yeah, there's freaky people out there.
mean-
There's probably hookers out there that would do that for the same
I
amount
mean,
that you're paying the home health
You
care.
would think.
But here's the question. All right. So if that's your thing, and okay, people are into different things, whatever. But you get turned on by somebody changing your diaper. You should have sent male home health care nurses to do it. But
Ugh.
anyway, he gets turned on by that. In order to get a diaper change, you have to soil your diaper, right?
I would imagine that would be part of it. Yeah.
So would he pee and poop in the diaper
That is disgusting. Mm.
and get off on them change it? But what does the home health care nurse say when they take off the diaper and he's standing at
Boing.
attention?
What is that? Oh my goodness. Sorry.
He's like, I'm autistic. I can't help
I'm
it.
sorry. He just does it.
I don't even know what that means.
But while you're down there, it's been a while.
It says one of his Facebook posts while looking for home health care providers says, "What does she look like?"
No.
No, I didn't say that.
Phew.
Just
I
made
was
that.
busted.
I just made that up.
Thought I was busted.
And last but not least, on I'm Just a Kid. This one says, I grew a third boob in an unexpected place after having a baby. There's even a nipple.
What does she look like? What does she look like?
I'll tell you in a minute. Hey, let me read you the story first. All right, you want me to go ahead and show you what she looks like?
Will it spoil the story for me?
I don't know. Here. Jasmine Mamiya was in utter disbelief. And I mean utter.
Ah.
Still recovering in the hospital after giving birth, the mom of two thought she'd seen it all until a lactation consultant casually informed her she'd sprouted an extra breast, complete with a nipple in a place no one expects. What do you think it popped up at?
Forehead.
She said, quote, you know how cows and puppies and kittens, they have that line of nipples? Yeah, humans have that too, she said. I think I had like maybe 3 hours of collective sleep in the last 2 days before she tells me the news. And she gamely showed it off to help other women learn more about their bodies. So do you want to see that as well?
I guess.
Wait, let me keep going. The jaw-dropping discovery came when the consultant dropped by Mamiya's room shortly after she'd given birth, a standard practice meant to help new moms get the hang of breastfeeding. She said, I breastfed my first baby for 1.5 years, so I was thinking there's nothing this nurse can say that's going to surprise me. But as the two chatted, the consultant mentioned that some women develop extra breast tissue during pregnancy along what doctors call the milk line, the old milk line. The invisible strip of tissue runs down both sides of the body from the armpits to the groin. Everyone has it in the womb, but some people are born with tiny amounts of leftover tissue that stay dormant for years. Pregnancy, however, flips a switch. A surge of hormones targets breast tissue receptors to prepare for feeding, and because the extra tissue is biologically identical to regular breast tissue, It can swell at the same time, sometimes forming lumps complete with extra or super numerary nipples. Whatever. Mamia, what did I call it? What did I say her name was?
Mia.
Mamia had already suspected she'd developed some of the excess breast tissue after noticing a stubborn patch of fat under her armpits that wouldn't go away. She said it got like way darker, like when you're pregnant and your nipples and areola will get really dark. And I've noticed the same change with my armpit. So I was like, great, extra breast tissue. I already knew that.
She has a boob in her armpit.
It looks like it.
Golly.
But when the consultant asked to take a look, it took just one glance to realize things had gone to another level. She's like, yeah, you have a third nipple on your armpit, as if that's like cute or something, she said. Admitted she'd assumed a small dark spot was just a skin tag. Telling me that I have an extra nipple on my armpit before I even had my first postpartum poop is diabolical work. Her revelation sent the internet into a frenzy, racking up more than 3.7 million views in a matter of days. Viewers flooded the comment section, stunned, curious, begging for a peek at her third breast. Okay. All right, here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you her picture, okay? And YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and apologize because you're going to end up seeing this too. All right, so this is all medical. This is her, okay? Pretty normal looking Asian chick, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't, she's
Nothing
nothing odd about her.
abnormal.
Except for the fact that she now has this going on.
Oh, no. Woo. Damn. God.
I mean, that looks more like something else, if you ask me.
Get it cut off, lady.
That looks like a
Sack.
yes. And that's what we call I'm just a kid. Let's get out of here. That's enough. That's enough of that. The medical world can be very strange. And sometimes you just let's just take a break. We'll be back right after this. Y'all hang tight. Yeah, I just cleared my throat into the mic. Ken the Lib says on the text line, the MAGA propaganda and the lies that you guys tell really keep me entertained all day. Thanks. You think third boobs are propaganda? I seen it. By the way, people rushed to the YouTube channel to see what we were talking about on that last story and then immediately regretted it.
Yes, I would. Yeah, I can imagine why.
They were like, we're out of here. By the way, Ken, I mean, if all I'm doing is getting on the airwaves and telling lies, I don't understand why you don't ever call the show and tell me and tell me what we're lying about. If I'm that provably wrong, should be pretty easy for you to call the show and say, here's the proof why everything Andrew says is a lie. But I have yet to find somebody that could pull that off yet. So, if you'd like to do that, give it a shot, buddy. Otherwise, I'll be over here talking about third boobs. Chuck Davis bringing you this part of the show. ChuckDavisLaw.com. ChuckDavisLaw.com. That's my attorney. That's right, my personal attorney, Chuck Davis. Been my attorney for a while. He's Richard Dixon's attorney, as you know, and he's just an all-around good guy. But the biggest thing is not because he's a good guy, it's because he's a good attorney. And he fights for you. He fights for the people that he represents, and he gets them the best possible outcome. In some cases, bad situations like personal injury, divorce, custody. These are things that you got to have representation for. You don't really have a choice. So why not go with the best? Chuck Davis will treat you fair, and he won't BS you. He won't blow smoke up your hind end. He's going to make sure that you understand the reality of what's going on and get you that good outcome, man. That's what we're looking for. 823-9992. 205-823-9992. Online, ChuckDavisLaw.com. No representation is made that the legal services provided aren't superior to the legal services provided by other lawyers. And Noto Roofing and OTORoofing.com. NotoRoofing.com. I'll tell you again, I mean, I don't know how many times I got to say it, but there's some of y'all out there that have yet to get your free roof inspection. Why would you not take something that's free? It's free. Now, of course, if all of y'all were liberals, then everybody would be taking it because liberals love free stuff. But get with Noto. Get that free roof inspection, complimentary roof tune-up, 205-823-9992. I'm sorry, 848-2299. There we go, 848-2299, NotoRoofing.com. I'm out of here. Until next time, see you,